making smothered chicken here at the Young's house, and I am so excited to show you all how easy it is to make it. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some chicken, any of the pieces you wanna use. I had a family pack of chicken legs, so we're gonna use them today. All right, you're gonna need some spices to make this recipe come together and taste delicious. We're gonna be using chicken bouillon powder. We have some salt and black pepper, garlic and onion powder, Italian seasoning, parsley, and paprika. We have some cooking oil. We're going to use a beautiful bell pepper, a nice sweet Vidalia onion, and some butter. You're also going to need some cream of chicken. I got 2 cans. If you don't want to use that, you can use cream of mushroom. And you're going to need some onion soup mix, and we're going to serve it over rice. Make sure your hands are clean. I'm going to show you how to smother chicken the right way. What we're going to do is let's season these pieces of chicken to perfection. I mean, give them some good seasoning, and don't you be afraid to season your food. I'm gonna go in with some vegetable oil. You really can use any kind of oil that you want. Just put you some on there. Get all in the nooks and crannies of this beautiful meat here. I've washed off my meat using lime juice, salt, and cold water, and then we've rinsed it off and pat it dry with a paper towel. We wanted to get it nice and clean. What this oil does is it keeps your chicken nice and moist, but not only that, it helps for the spices to adhere to the chicken. Let's grab our spices and let's season it up very well. I hope y'all are having a great day today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this recipe. I feel like I said that, but if I did, I really do. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I'm going in with the salt, and I always like to tell everybody, if you're that person that just can't use salt, just leave it out, and really it's going to be that simple, okay? There we go, lovely. Here's what I'm going to do. I want you all to let this meat come, let the chill come off of the meat. When the chill comes off of the meat, it cooks up to perfection. If this is super cold and you put it in the oven, you decide to cook it however you're going to cook it, it's going to be dry if it's cold when you start to cook it. So always let the chill come off for a little bit. Okay, I'm going in with all of those seasonings. I'm going to use just a little tiny bit of this Italian seasoning. I like the flavor, but you can overwhelm it if you use too much. And of course, we're going to use some parsley flakes because it makes everything nice and pretty. And so does the paprika. It's going to make your dish look beautiful. So now let's talk about a couple different ways that you can do this recipe. If you're rushing the chicken, let's just say you're rushing your recipe, you want it to be cooked quickly. You can take these legs, put them into a frying pan on top of the stove with a little bit of oil, get them nice, beautiful, and half the way cooked to where they're golden brown on the outside, and then you decide to cook them in the oven the other half of the way. Now today what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip that part. I'm going to season them and cook them in the oven the full time. The other side. When I'm having some type of smothered meat, whether that be hamburgers, right? It could be smothered turkey or chicken wings. We always serve it over rice. It just goes together like peas and carrots. It's the perfect thing. But if you didn't want to do rice, you could always do a mashed potato. Absolutely you could. That would be gorgeous, right? So this time, since I flipped them over, no more Italian seasoning. But if your food don't look like this when you season it, I know it's flavorful or flavorless. You know, there is what I call seasoned to perfection. I have this pan here. It's a frying pan, but it's oven proof. And this is what I like to bake my pork chops in, bake my chicken in. It's just perfect, right? And it's the perfect size. I'm going to be baking these on 375 degrees until the internal temperature reads 165 degrees, all right, Fahrenheit. And these are going to be nice, beautiful, and golden brown. Water in the bottom of our pan. It doesn't have to be a lot. I always like to tell everybody between a half a cup and maybe a little bit more. It just kind of starts the cooking process. Now, you wouldn't want to pour this directly on your meat. The reason why is because it'll rinse off all those spices you work so hard to get on there, right? Get it on there, and once we have that, next thing we're going to do is let's grab about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter. Doesn't matter where you put it, just get it into the pan. Let's get to cooking these. And then we're going to take our bell peppers and onions. We're going to slice them or dice them, whatever you want to do, but we're going to saute them. We're going to saute them to bring up that lovely sweetness that we love with sauteed bell peppers and onions. Chicken in the oven on 375 degrees. I'm looking for it to be nice, beautiful, and golden brown. Let's go ahead. You can slice and dice it however you really want. I think I'm going to slice this. There has been times where I've made, you know, smothered turkey wings or chicken wings or whatever the piece is. And I put the bell peppers and onions just in with the chicken as it's baking now. But I have found through trial and error that sauteing them ahead of time before they go in your gravy and mix it with the chicken tastes better. Because as we know, sauteed bell peppers and onions taste better than just letting them cook in the oven. Right? At least that's what I think. So let's slice them up just like so. If you feel the need to put a fresh piece of garlic or two into the bottom of that pan, you could do that. That'll bring in great flavor. All right? Just like a nice sweet onion. Most of the time, when you guys see me working with the onion, it's going to be that sweet Vidalia onion. Because to me, it tastes best. You hear me? It may burn my eyes. And it always does. But it tastes good, especially when you saute it up. All right, there we go. I even love this onion with a fresh homemade hamburger. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. All right, so now we're gonna do the same thing here. And because the onion is so big, I'm not gonna use the whole thing. Let's do this just like so. In my pan, I got some oil. And towards the end of the cooking process, I may use about a teaspoon of butter to bring in even more flavor to our vegetables. And don't forget to salt and pepper your veggies. You make them taste bell peppers and onions into this nice hot pan. Just like so. I love to hear that sizzle. And now I want to talk about how we're going to make this gravy and how we're going to make it taste good. It's super simple. This might be one of your favorite gravies that you've ever had. And it's not the traditional gravy, but it makes a gravy. Okay, it does make a gravy. And here's what we do. We take 2 cans of cream of mushroom or cream of chicken. I'm using cream of chicken today. 2 cans, or not cans, 2 envelopes of the onion soup mix. You can use 1 if you want to. Okay, so that's fine, whatever floats your fancy. And then you're gonna need some water. I'll typically use about 2 cups. Let's grab a bowl, mix all of these ingredients together. And once our chicken is done, this lovely gravy gets poured over the chicken and the beautiful vegetables go into the gravy. All right, so let's get these contents out. If you want to rinse this out to get more out, you can. I'm gonna use my soft spatula. It should typically get it all out. There we go. We don't want to waste anything, right? This is definitely a recipe you will absolutely love. This is the same recipe that I do with my turkey wings. Now, if you plan on doing turkey wings, I'm always going to tell you, go ahead and pre-cook them. That means boil them. Boil them a while or bake them a while like we're doing. But you gotta get them nice and tender. If you ain't getting them tender, they will never turn out right. I mean, they need to be falling apart practically before they go into the oven. Okay, so now that we have our beautiful cream of chicken there, we're gonna add lovely onion soup mix, 1 or 2 packets. You see I'm using 2 for a family pack of chicken wings. Our bell peppers are sauteing up just gorgeously with the onion. Let's mix this together. And then throw in about 2 cups of water in, about 2 cups full. Okay, don't worry if this looks a little thin. In the beginning, it might look thin to you. Excuse me, but don't you worry, because what happens is it thickens up. It thickens up, and if it gets too thick, just pour a little bit of water in it as it cooks. It'll be okay. Make up some rice. Put your rice in. That's a boiling and bag rice. And all I do is I boil the water, salt the water real good to make that rice taste good. Guess what? Only 11 minutes. Every time it turns out. Smells amazing. The chicken is almost done. And of course our rice is done. I've drained the rice very well. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of butter in it, so you can really round it out, make it nice and rich. And let me show you the bell peppers. This is when they're at its sweetest state. Well, take a look at this chicken and how gorgeous it is. It's crispy, it's golden brown, super flavorful. So here's what I like to do. We're gonna take those bell peppers and onions, okay? And any liquid or juices that's in there, keep them in there. No need to drain it, okay? It'll just mix with the gravy and make a delicious taste. Put some of them on right now, and then when it comes to your gravy, do it just like that. Guess what we're getting ready to do? We're gonna put it back into the oven, okay? You don't need to mix nothing or move anything around. Put the rest of those bell peppers and onions just like this. And when I come back, oh, you're gonna get that first. Look at this smothered chicken. This is what you call smothered chicken, Gina Young style. Listen to me, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what you waiting on? Tell your family and friends, tell everybody what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And once again, Heavenly Father, we thank you for providing us a meal in your hedge of protection. Amen. I just wanted to show you up close, and look at that gravy. Now our rice is done. We're gonna plate it up, and you're gonna get that first bite. Let's taste. I know you want some. This chicken smells so good. Falls apart like butter. Would you look at that? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna take it and drag it through that gravy. It's hot, and I know y'all want me to taste it. We'll come back when it's cooled down. Stop that. There was some chicken. And the gravy and the rice. Make you some. This will be your favorite. Enjoy.